Hey there, BookBlink fam! Welcome back to another episode of BookBlink, your go-to channel for bite-sized book summaries. Today we're diving into Self-Compassion by the Kristin Neff. Get comfy, because we're about to explore 10 key points from this life-changing book. Let's get started. 1. The concept of self-compassion. Self-compassion is a fundamental concept that Kristin Neff introduces as a means of treating yourself with the same kindness and care that you would extend to a close friend. Often, we are our own worst critics, mercilessly judging ourselves for mistakes and shortcomings. Neff suggests flipping this script and approaching ourselves with warmth and understanding. Self-compassion involves recognizing that it's okay to be imperfect, to make mistakes, and to encounter difficulties. It's part of being human. This approach shifts the focus from harsh self-criticism to a more nurturing and supportive inner dialogue. By cultivating self-compassion, you can foster a healthier relationship with yourself, which in turn can lead to improved mental and emotional well-being. The idea is not to let yourself off the hook for every mistake, but to treat those mistakes as learning opportunities rather than personal failures. This shift in mindset can significantly reduce feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. 2. The 3 components of self-compassion. Neff breaks down self-compassion into 3 core components: self-kindness, common humanity, and mindfulness. Self-kindness involves being gentle and understanding with yourself rather than harshly critical. Instead of berating yourself for failing, you offer yourself comfort and encouragement. Common humanity is the recognition that suffering and personal inadequacy are part of the shared human experience, something that we all go through rather than something that happens to me alone. This helps foster a sense of connectedness and reduces feelings of isolation. Mindfulness, the 3rd component, involves being aware of your present moment experience without judgment. This means acknowledging your negative thoughts and emotions without being carried away by them. It's about observing your pain without over-identifying with it, which can prevent you from being overwhelmed by negative feelings. Together, these 3 components create a balanced and resilient approach to dealing with life's challenges. 3. Misconceptions about self-compassion. A common misconception about self-compassion is that it's akin to self-pity, or that it makes you self-indulgent. Neff counters this by explaining that self-compassion is not about wallowing in your problems or excusing bad behavior. Instead, it's about taking a balanced approach to negative emotions so that you neither suppress nor exaggerate them. Another myth is that self-compassion will undermine your motivation. However, Neff's research shows that self-compassionate people tend to have higher personal standards yet are more resilient to failure because they don't beat themselves up. They are more likely to pick themselves up, learn from their mistakes, and try again. This is in contrast to self-criticism, which can lead to fear of failure and avoidance of challenging tasks. Neff also addresses the idea that self-compassion is selfish. In reality, it can enhance your ability to care for others because it reduces the negative effects of stress and burnout, enabling you to be more present and compassionate with those around you. 4. The science behind self-compassion. Neff supports her claims with robust scientific evidence. Numerous studies have shown that self-compassion is linked to greater emotional well-being, including reduced levels of anxiety, depression, and stress. Self-compassionate people tend to have higher levels of life satisfaction and happiness. The physiological benefits are also noteworthy. Practicing self-compassion can reduce levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, and increase heart rate variability, which is linked to a healthier stress response. Brain imaging studies have shown that self-compassion activates the brain's self-soothing system, releasing oxytocin, often referred to as the love hormone, which promotes feelings of safety and connectedness. This scientific backing highlights that self-compassion is not just a fluffy concept but a well-founded practice that has tangible benefits for mental and physical health. 5. Self-compassion versus self-esteem. While self-esteem is based on evaluating yourself positively, self-compassion is about relating to yourself kindly. Self-esteem often depends on external achievements and social comparisons, making it unstable. It can soar with success and plummet with failure. In contrast, self-compassion provides a stable source of self-worth that doesn't fluctuate wildly based on external circumstances. Neff explains that self-esteem can lead to narcissism and an inflated sense of self, whereas self-compassion involves humility and recognizing your shared humanity. With self-compassion, you acknowledge your flaws and shortcomings without letting them define your entire self-worth. This approach fosters a more authentic and resilient form of self-acceptance. 6. Practical exercises. Neff's book isn't just theoretical. It's packed with practical exercises to help cultivate self-compassion. These exercises include guided meditations that focus on sending kindness to yourself and others, and writing exercises where you compose compassionate letters to yourself as if you were writing to a dear friend. There's also the self-compassion break, where you take a few moments in a stressful situation to acknowledge your suffering, remind yourself that suffering is part of being human, and offer yourself words of kindness and comfort. Another exercise is the compassionate body scan, where you mindfully focus on different parts of your body, offering gratitude and kindness to each part. These practices are designed to integrate self-compassion into your daily life, making it a habitual way of responding to yourself. 7. Dealing with difficult emotions. Neff provides strategies for dealing with difficult emotions through the lens of self-compassion. Instead of avoiding or suppressing negative feelings, you acknowledge and accept them with an open heart. This involves recognizing that it's okay to feel bad sometimes. It's part of the human experience. By being present with your emotions without over-identifying with them, you can prevent yourself from getting swept away by negativity. Neff also emphasizes the importance of soothing yourself during tough times, whether it's through self-talk, physical gestures like placing a hand over your heart, or other comforting actions. This approach can transform the way you handle emotional pain, making you more resilient and better equipped to cope with life's challenges. 8. Self-compassion in relationships. Neff discusses how self-compassion can positively impact your relationships. When you're less critical of yourself, you're likely to be less critical of others. This can lead to more supportive and empathetic interactions. Self-compassion also helps you set healthy boundaries because you recognize your own needs and limits. It encourages you to communicate openly and honestly with your partner or loved ones, fostering deeper connections. Additionally, when you practice self-compassion, you're less dependent on others for validation, which can lead to healthier, more balanced relationships. By cultivating a kind and understanding relationship with yourself, you create a solid foundation for building compassionate and nurturing relationships with others. 9. Raising compassionate kids. Neff extends the concept of self-compassion to parenting, offering guidance on how to raise compassionate children. She suggests modeling self-compassion in your behavior, as children learn a lot from observing their parents. Encourage your kids to be kind to themselves when they make mistakes, and teach them that it's okay to fail and that they can learn from their experiences. Neff also recommends creating a supportive and non-judgmental environment where children feel safe to express their emotions. By doing so, you help them develop a healthy relationship with themselves and others. Teaching kids self-compassion can equip them with the emotional tools they need to navigate life's ups and downs with resilience and grace. 10. The impact of self-compassion. Neff illustrates how embracing self-compassion can lead to profound personal transformation. It's about accepting yourself as you are, with all your imperfections and flaws. This acceptance fosters a sense of inner peace and reduces the constant striving for perfection. Self-compassion can lead to greater happiness and life satisfaction because it helps you develop a more positive and supportive inner dialogue. It also enhances creativity and productivity by reducing the fear of failure and encouraging risk-taking and innovation. Overall, practicing self-compassion can lead to a more fulfilling and balanced life, where you're better equipped to handle stress and setbacks with grace and resilience. So, that's the scoop on Self-Compassion by Kristin Neff. It's a game changer, right? If you like this summary, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to BookBlink. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Stay tuned for the next video and happy reading!